All right, everyone, here we go with the thank you reading for June 2026. I do these every month. Thank anybody that's giving me a nickel for anything I do around here. It is greatly appreciated. Oh, man, I got to appreciate. I said, what do you want to tell my people? Here in the thank you reading for June 2026. I can't believe it's June. I'm blown away. It was like, wow, I have been so busy this year. It's crazy. Offline and online here. I've been doing a lot of readings too. Empress, that's you. Okay. You're coming. Look, I'll just cut to the chase. It's a nice reading right here in the surface energy. I should just leave it alone. I'll probably get more damn donations in the future if I just left this alone and didn't pull on the thing. It's fine. It's fine. Anyway, it doesn't matter. The Empress crossed by the moon, the Four of Swords, the Nine of Swords. Now, you might be like, well, Steve, this doesn't look very good so far. It's very good. It gets very good in a second. And the Star and the Ten of Pentacles. A period of you, how do I phrase this? I'm just going to phrase this for a general audience. A time of you playing it safe and not getting a lot in return for it is ending. You're about to make some big moves. No fear whatsoever. Fear is going night-night. Anxiety is going night-night. For some, you just have this new, maybe it's for the month of June. I don't know. But the energy of June can do this to you where you just decide, geez, Steve's right. Worrying is a wasted energy. I'm sick of worrying. I'm just going to enjoy the ride, right? You take on this attitude. You feel it deep in your soul, deep in your emotions. I'm just going to enjoy the fucking ride. I really am. And the universe rewards you for that in a big way. I mean, it's game changing for you. All right, it really is. Underneath that is more divine timing. So this Ten of Pentacles is surrounded by divine timing. A star, where the hell is it? A star, a major arcana, divine timing, and the other card of divine timing. If it could have given me 2 stars, it would have. Okay? So, that's awesome. I don't know. You got a new lease on life in June. You approach it differently than you approach the first 5 months of the year. However that is. It's a much more positive energy. I picked that up when I was writing the June 2026 monthly write-up. It's just what it is. It's just this energy. This is beautiful. I wish I could leave it there. Maybe we get somebody attached to you and how they react to your energy. I don't know. Let's shuffle the deck. Let me say again, thank you for anybody that's giving me a nickel for anything I do around here. It is greatly appreciated. I know I'm unique. I'm not everybody's cup of tea. I know I don't do the hocus pocus a lot of psychology and a lot of stuff like that. But if you're into that, that's cool. Stick around. It is what it is. I got a lot of energy tips I want to give going forward. But the AI is not going to like it, but I think you guys will. Anyway, I'd love to sit and talk about dark psychology with you. I'm a real expert on that, on the dark energies, the darker side of psychology and things. And we touch on it a little bit with narcissism, but no, I'm talking bigger than that. But the AI it would just kill the channel on some level. So maybe in the blog, we'll do some articles and things along those lines. I can get away with it there. All right, anyway, it's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but the title brought you in here. You found Steve Love Tarot. You're here for a reason. This reading is timeless. I'm not a fucking Time Lord. There's a whole playlist of these. Watch them. Go back and watch some of the older ones. You might be at a different spot than you think you are, or maybe it helps you out. Anything you're drawn to, if you're like flipping through a playlist, or especially if it shows up in your feed, you get something from me from 2022 or 23 that shows up in your feed, you damn well better watch it. There's a reason for that. It applies to anybody you watch, right? But if you're flipping through a playlist that's been around a while, and you're drawn to something from 2022, 2021, 2023, something that's a ways back, you're drawn to that for a reason. Don't just discount it because, look at the year. So human nature would kind of do that. These are timeless. There is no clocks or calendars in the energy. Please keep that in mind, all right? That shit we hang on our walls, that's got nothing to do with the energies around us. All right, it's just us tracking the sun, the Earth's movement around the sun, the Earth's spin. It's not really anything the universe gives much of a shit about. All right, here we go. Let's see where we go here. All right, give me a reading. What do you want to talk about for these Emperor? Right? I got all these Emperor watching me. What do you want to talk about? I'm not going to ruin this reading. It's not. It's beautiful. It's an Ace of Pentacles. That's nice. That's a big nickel. That's what that is. It's an Ace of Pentacles. It's usually something that's taken a while to reach you, and I don't know why I feel compelled to call it Grandma on the freeway at 15 miles an hour. I got to see what's under it. The Lovers. Oh, man. Oh, fucking hell. You are... I don't know. It's almost like you've adopted these... There's like these cliches. Only the good die young, or you only live once, or I'm going to go for it. Sometimes you got to say what the fuck, right? From risky business. It's almost like you're adopting. The energy around you is encouraging you to make choices that you normally would dilly-dally on. It's very similar to the energy weather update I did earlier, but this feels a little bigger. This feels a little longer range. That felt more personal. That felt more like it was one person who hurt you. This isn't about that. This is your whole approach to your life. Your entire fucking approach. Wow. Okay. The choices you make. You're doing things you'd never do. And you're making the decision quickly. It's amazing. It's taken a while for this energy to reach you. You have to be in the right frequency, right? Everything you want is already out there. You just got to tune into its frequency. Well, that's energy 101. Sometimes the energy is trying to get to you, or you have the ability to utilize it, but your output frequency hasn't been there. It's there now. Just basically on something you feel. You don't just say it. You feel it. I'm going to just enjoy the ride. It feels like something like that. It doesn't have to be those exact words, but you catch my drift. Most people go through life never enjoying the ride. Look at it as a ride on an inner tube down a river of energy, your life. Most people do not enjoy the ride. They're kicking and screaming the whole way. They're trying to fucking fight the current and turn. No, I want to go over there. And they're fighting it and trying to get over there, and they can't. And they get cut up on the rocks, and they get fucked up. They get sidetracked by nonsense all the time. Most people do not enjoy the ride. A lot of people, when they get to the end of it, they're glad it's over. This is a different attitude that you have here. And it probably changes your life from here forward. It's a big reading. It does tie to the energy weather update from earlier, but it's bigger, as I said. That energy weather update is more applying this type of energy to one person who hurt you. This is about how you make decisions, how you go through life. Let's pull. These cards are crossing the center card I'm going to pull, and I'm just fucking curious. Wow. The Knight of Pentacles, underneath the Lovers is the Five of Cups. It's almost an attitude. It's an attitude, putting these together, it's an attitude of nothing to lose. You feel like you have nothing to lose, and when you feel like that, it is so empowering. It's so liberating. I get why the Empress came out in the pre-shuffle. All right, let's go. Didn't we get Temperance? Wasn't I talking about Archangel Michael in the energy weather update? I was, wasn't I? Wow. Yeah. You feel like you've got nothing to lose. You feel like you're invincible. You feel like I can make this choice. I can try this. I can come out of my comfort zone. I can take some chances. I'm going to just enjoy the ride, Steve. You are protected on a high level. It's unreal. I mean, don't do anything stupid. If you jump off the barn, you can't fly. Trust me. You're going to end up in the ER. But you can do some things you never thought you could before, or you didn't. You'll find they work out. Whether you enjoy it or not is up to you, but you'll enjoy the fact that you tried. You know what I'm saying? All right, center card. You won't, Archangel Michael energy will definitely protect you. But it will also, when I say protection, it'll also let you know when you're doing something stupid. I'm not saying you're going to make a bunch of stupid choices. This is an Ace of Pentacles. It's not a stupid choice, right? You're making good choices. Trust your gut when it tells you, I get it. I'm going to enjoy the ride, but it's probably a dumb idea to jump off the barn. Okay, there you go, right? All right, King of Pentacles, this is incredible. He's holding, right, the pentacle with the Ten of Pentacles, which is what that is. So I've got his pentacle right here crossing. It's all about that. I mean, this is like we saw the Ten of Pentacles in the pre-show. Surrounded by divine timing. Your energy is just right in the month of June. Okay, and I do think it's the month of June. I mean, I think the astrology would back me up. I'm not an astrologer. I don't know. But I know that especially the influence, leaving all the other astrology out, Mars and Venus moving into Leo and Mercury in Cancer and all that, that's all wonderful. Right? But Jupiter moving into Leo is infusing everyone that's part of the soulmate cycle, which is most of my viewers, with a lot of exactly what I'm talking about here. A lot of bravery, a lot of get up and go. Why? Because you're all honorary Cancerians. So, because it's a Cancer-themed soulmate cycle. That you're in this room. The room is filled with Cancer stink. We're all smelling it. It doesn't matter what your sign is. Leo, Jupiter rules the soulmate cycle. It governs it. Read my article about the soulmate cycle so you understand what I'm talking about. It's in the blog. You can't miss it. Read it. It's worth it. But my point here is Leo is the second house for Cancer. So it provides some fire. You know, and so it's not surprising that this is coming out in June. All right? Okay. What's red with Temperance? The Seven Swords. It's what I said. I read the energy first and I throw the cards, right? Which I assume is why you throw nickels at my house. But, I mean, I said, this will also tell you when you're doing something stupid. Listen to it. The protection you're getting isn't so much you make a decision and you go for it and you're protected in a bubble. You're protected from making bad decisions if you trust your intuition. You're protected from jumping off the roof of the barn. You'll know it's a bad decision if you trust your intuition. So trust your intuition, right? You're protected from doing anything stupid or false, all right? Once you just make a decision, sure, you might skin your knee if you decide to bungee jump. I'm not saying that won't happen. If you decide to take on the world, I'm going to go out there, you're bound to skin a knee or two once in a while. That's not Archangel Michael's problem. Archangel Michael energy is here to protect you from making initial bad decisions, stupid ideas, dumb things, right? Okay. Run a marathon without drinking water. That's what I'm going to do. That's how I'm going to live my life. I'm going to run 26 miles without drinking one drop of water, Steve. Okay. Hello. Intuition going off. Bad idea. Stupid idea alert. Listen to it. All right. All right. Let's go. Let's pull on the King of Pentacles because this is big. That's big energy. It really is. All right, let's go. Tell me about the King of Pentacles. Wow. That's crazy. All right, let's go. Tell me about the King of Pentacles. Why is it here? Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, it's time. It's divine timing. It's time. The seeds are growing. I said, this is exactly what I described, too. I said, your energy, it's like you're perfect for this part, right? You're perfect. You've got the right build. Think of it like an acting part. You're perfect for it. You got the tits and the ass, and you're perfect. You look great. You're terrific. But your attitude wasn't there yet. So you couldn't get it. It wouldn't go. It wouldn't come towards you. Now, you're the full package. You can get the part. That's kind of what's happening here. Your energy somehow, because you take on this new mantra of, I'm just going to enjoy the ride. That's the only way I can interpret it. You might say something different, like I said. It's time for you to thrive. It's time for you to get some stability is generally what this is saying. Doesn't mean you're going to come in and win the lottery, but you're going to get some stability. I got an Ace of Pentacles crossing the King of Pentacles. That is not, and divine timing crossing that. I can't pull anything bad out of that. You can fuck it up with bad decisions, right? You decide to run a marathon without drinking water. You decide to jump off the barn, which is 25 feet off the ground. Yeah, okay. Duh. Right? But you're protected from making bad decisions. If you follow your intuition, you're being steered toward this abundance. It'll literally just push you right in. It's a perfect fit. Don't need a hammer to bang it into place. Nothing. It's a perfect fit. So again, I like this kind of protection energy. You can take solace in knowing you won't make a bad choice. Because when you do, you'll feel it somewhere. You'll feel it somewhere. Everybody feels it differently. Everybody feels their little spidey sense differently. Right? It is what it is. I've known somebody that gets a tingle up their butt crack when something's about to go wrong. Honestly, I have. I have known somebody that does that too. It is what it is. I tend to get smells, energetic smells. They're not real smells. They're sort of like my burning walnuts when somebody's lying to me, right? I tend to receive things that way. I was probably a hound dog at some point in a past life. I don't know. What's on top here? Fucking bloodhound. 8 of Cups. And why is that here? The 2 of Swords. She's moving toward the 9 Cups. I'm going to look at it more because it reads this way. She's moving toward the Sun. All right. This is the 2 of... I don't like this picture on this particular card. I mean, I used to pick on it all the time. I used to call her Sarah Gilbert all the time. I know. I was afraid she was going to punch me in a grocery store or something. But if I ever ran into her. But at the end of the day here, I think you're entering a time of peace. You're seeing how you're getting the clarity you need. You're heading right for it. All right? I just got done saying you're being pushed into this abundance. You're heading right for a time of clarity where you could see how to have this peaceful time in your life, where everything sort of flows nicely, where there's stability. Okay? All right. So again, let this energy, it's one of those times where I tell you, let this energy affect you. Don't put too much, don't try, and just enjoy the ride. That's probably why it's coming out that way. You're going down the river on the inner tube. Don't be like most people. Be different. And how do you be different? Well, you be like me a little bit, right? This is how everyone thinks I've got Steve's luck. They call it Steve's luck. Oh, this guy, everything he does, it turns to gold. You know, I get lucky. It does look like to the outside observer I get lucky. I don't. There's no such thing as luck. I'm just flowing with the energy. I'm a guy who's riding on that inner tube, who figured out a long time ago, just let the river take you where it's going to take you. Sometimes there's going to be a waterfall. Sometimes it's going to get rocky. Sometimes it's going to get white water and rough. Sure. But just stay on the inner tube. Don't try to jump off. People do it all the time. They try to jump off the inner tube when it gets fucking white water, and they end up on the rocks all cut up and crazy and whatever. Stop it. Just keep going. It's the same thing they teach you in music. You ever go to music school? I know I got musicians here. You went to music school or you had a music teacher. One of the first things, students always do this. They're playing something, they're reading from the sheet music book and playing something, and they make a mistake and they stop and go back. Never stop and go back. You make a mistake, you just keep going. That's one of the main things they try to hammer into you or hammer out of you when you're a young music student. It's the same thing here with this energy. Be different. Just stay on the inner tube and enjoy the ride. That's why it's coming out that way. And this is a smooth ride. And you'll see how to keep it smooth for a while. Pay attention to your intuition. It's going to let you know when you're doing something stupid. Maybe your butt crack will tingle. I don't know. Maybe you'll smell something like I smell. Maybe you and I were the past life bloodhounds, right? We were part of a bloodhound gang together. I don't know. Let's pull on the 7 swords. I'm not worried about that. Okay, you know what? Fuck it. Let's pull quickly on temperance. See if there's anything else that wants to tell me about this protection energy. Truth energy, right? Truth versus lies. Well, I can tell you the truth is stronger than the lies. In this case, this is minor arcana. That's major arcana, right? So it'll be pretty obvious when you're making a bad decision, is what I'm trying to say. All right. All right. Temperance. Why is it here? Temperance. Come on. I said I wanted to pull on it quick. Don't make me shuffle for like 20 fucking minutes. All right. I yell at the fickle old gal all the time. Fucking Piccolo Gal universe. 10 swords is crossing the 10s of the end dead end to lead to a new beginning. What's under that? Look at that. You're protected from doing, this energy will stop you from doing anything but victory. I don't even need to pull the top. I mean, I've already read the energy. How much more proof do you need? The environmental energy around this. What's this doing? Is Steve right? Yes, it's stopping you from doing anything other than victory. And how can I read it that way? Because this is here and it's read with it. As I called this card position in the 3 card in the energy weather update earlier, this is the motorcycle. This is its sidecar. All right? It is what it is. What's on top? Just give it to me. The Page of Pentacles. Again, it's showing you. This is a student. What do you do with students? You show them things. What did I just get done talking about? Music students, right? They make a mistake. They stop and try to go back. You whack them on the hand with a ruler. Don't ever stop. Just keep going. If you make a mistake, you're going to fuck up the whole orchestra. What the hell are you doing? Just keep going. The audience probably won't notice anyway half the damn time. You know. Oh, my God. Here we go. I remember I went, we talk about Aerosmith a lot. I remember I went to an Aerosmith concert. I know how a lot of those songs go. And those guys, I don't know, on the night that I was there, I was like, my God, they made so many mistakes. Nobody noticed. You know, I mean, it was definitely Don't Walk This Way was the name of the song as far as I was concerned. It was completely wrong. I forgot the key. He was doing something off of a B and the other guy was on the C. It's supposed to be the C. I mean, I was like, what the fuck? What is happening? Right? What comes after that? 6 of Pentacles. Follow what you're learning. Follow what the Temperance is showing you. It's the same fucking thing I just said. Right? Don't get in your own way. 5 of Pentacles. All right, let's pull on the 7 swords. You know what? We don't even need to. This is silly. I'm going to do it. I feel like it might tell me something that that you really want to do. I feel like that 5 of Wands is here for a reason. You might pull a yeah, but, you know, your spidey sense is tingling. Archangel Michael's trying to tell you you're doing the wrong thing here, trying to save you from potential pitfall and take you to victory, and you're insistent on this thing. You're like, no, I think this is the right thing to do. Please do not be rigid in this energy. I just got done telling you, enjoy the ride down the river on the inner tube. Rigid would be trying to fight the current. No, I know better than the river. I'm going to try to paddle this way up the wrong way. Right? You like my paddling motion there? You like that? There you go. It's what people do. It's hilarious to watch them. I love people watching. I've been doing it since I was a little kid. It's amazing how much they fuck themselves. It really is. It's incredible. All right, here we go. 7 swords. Don't ever be like most people. My God, please. 9 swords. Anxiety. Yeah, there's something you really want to do, and the Archangel Michael's dead set against it. Okay, can we just phrase it that way? I hear you. What's on top? The Knight of Swords. Why is that here? The Ace of Pentacles. And what's the bridge? The Empress. Trust your intuition. Your intuition is telling you to move in another direction for this, okay? I know you really want to do this. It causes you anxiety. You're sad that this is reading as a negative thing. Your butt crack is tingling over this one thing and it's driving you crazy. This is nonsense, all right? Trust that the universe has your back. Just enjoy the ride. Don't try to change the direction the inner tube is going down there. I don't know what this one thing is, but I can feel you. Up all night, you're like, no, I really want to do. Here it is. There's the Chariot. I really want to do this, Steve. I think this is the thing. I'm telling you. Look, you may love clog dancing, and you might be really good at it, but it's never going to bring you King of Pentacles support. See what I'm saying? Whatever this is, I don't know. You can always downgrade something to a hobby. I mean, you can. It is what it is. I don't know. But whatever the case is, you really want to do this, and the universe is screaming at you. Again, your intuition knows exactly what to do. Move in another direction to get this. You're being protected from this. But I knew this 5 of Wands meant something. It's tied to this right here. You know, again. And also, because they're bridging energies, these two are tied together. Who do you think is right here? Who do you think is right? Archangel Michael and your Empress energy, or this bullshit? Okay? So whatever this is, don't just... leave it for another day. Just follow the river. It's leading you to abundance and stability. All right? It really is. It keeps coming out this way over and over. Is there something you definitely want to do that you're hell-bent on? Yeah, but be careful about being rigid in this energy. Be like water. Water takes the shape of whatever it's poured into. Be like the river. The river flows around whatever it encounters. It just deals with. When it gets to it, encounters a rock, it deals with the rock. It splits off, it goes around it. It is what it is. All right? That's your reading. I've done my best for you here. This is wonderful energy. Pair this a little bit with the energy weather update from earlier. Again, similar message, but the energy weather update was more localized to a person who hurt you, okay? Or may have, or vice versa. Roles can be reversed. This is much broader. This is an outlook on life that you take on here in the month of June. Of I'm not going to worry. Maybe it's don't worry, be happy, right? That kind of a thing. What was that, Bobby McFerrin, right? Don't worry, be happy. Be happy now, right? I don't know. Maybe it's that, or maybe it's the way it flows here a little more. Just enjoy the ride. Whatever it is, remember I said that. Have my voice ringing in your head, or a voice that you like better. I don't really fucking care. You know, you can have fucking Mickey Mouse ringing in your head for all I care. And just enjoy the ride. Whatever it is. All right? That's your rating. And again, thank you to anybody that's given me a nickel for anything I do around here, be it extended purchases or donations. It is greatly appreciated. All right? That is your rating. Good luck.